Hi, how are you doing today? In this video, I want to go ahead and wrap up the series on the middle pillar path, and we're going to go over how everything falls in line in the series and everything just kind of works hand in hand to help you on this spiritual journey towards enlightenment and it's kind of however far you want to take it, ascension or building intuition, finding a natural flow with the universe. So we'll go ahead and get started. So in the first video we talked about connection, and the very first step of this middle pillar path is to discover that you have this drawing to be seeking something beyond what this material world offers. Like, you can feel a draw towards the astral plane, and in that feeling of being drawn, we find that what we're looking for is connection, and not just connection on the material plane, but more of an interconnection. And many of us come to find that what we're looking for is the beauty and the understanding that we're all connected, that everything's connected by this divine source, by the all. And this can start what I like to call a spiritual awakening. It just feels so wonderful to be in that moment, to know that you're not alone, that everything's connected, that there is meaning and reason behind everything. It's not just all chaos. And then from there, once you have established this connection and you start to see this beauty, two things happen. One, you probably become pretty inspired and you're off to a good start on your path to higher spirituality. But two, it also creates a mirror that causes you to look upon yourself and your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own actions, your own behaviors. What are you contributing to this new connection that you've found? So in the second video, we started to talk about Hermetic alchemy. And Hermetic alchemy is this process of self-evolution, of growing. I'm going to get into a video that's a deep dive on Hermetic alchemy here in the near future, and it'll probably end up being a parted series, much like the middle pillar path. So on this middle pillar path, you've established that you're seeking. You've established connection, which has opened up your mind to this more divine sense of consciousness. It caused you to reflect upon yourself as you reflect upon your newfound understanding. And it instills in people a drive to just want to be better, to want to contribute to compassion and the growth of connection in the outside world. And Hermetic alchemy is a wonderful tool for that. In that video at the end, I challenged you to just change your perception about something. And I believe I picked like a tree. Study it. Find the beauty in it. And if you accomplish that, then you did perform a very minor level of Hermetic alchemy. You changed your perception about something, and it made you grow in a positive direction, more towards higher spirituality. So that's essentially what Hermetic alchemy is. And you can do a lot of research here on YouTube about it. And whenever I start to get those videos going and get them posted, I'll if you ask for notifications or subscribe. You'll know when they come up. So then in the third video, we got into the Tree of Life and the many different spheres of the Tree of Life, starting in the earth realm to the astral realm, the mental body, the emotional body, divine consciousness, severity and mercy, and formation and light energy, and how all of that tied together. So on this middle pillar path, as you're doing the self-work that's required to evolve spiritually, you can look at this Tree of Life and essentially define where you're at on your journey. You know, if you're working the Hermetic Alchemy and you're paying attention to your thoughts and you're building new perceptions and new ideas that draw you closer to this divine connection, then you'll find a new sense of honesty about yourself. So you'll easily be able to look at this Tree of Life. And I do suggest that you study it. Study the diagram that I offered a link to and in the Tree of Life video in this series. You'll be able to find where you're at on your journey. And it's a cycle, you know. Sometimes you'll be up here. You might have a hard day and then you'll be down here for a couple of days, you know. It's a cycle. It's a journey. Everything works in cycles. Seasons, rotation of the planets, solar system. I mean, as above, so below, right? But all in the meanwhile, we're working this Hermetic Alchemy and focused on our divine connection. So that's where the Tree of Life falls into place. Now, the three pillars, pardon me, the three pillars are a representation of the Tree of Life. Now, the pillar in the middle defines the middle pillar path. Now, when you look at your diagram of the Tree of Life and focus in on the spheres in the middle, what you'll do is you'll find that they are all cosmic, astral, related, right? So, in the first sphere on the bottom, you have the earth realm, the physical realm, reality realm. And then above that, you have the astral realm. And then above that, you have the sphere of divine consciousness. And then in between the very top one and the divine consciousness, there's this empty space where there's a hidden sphere of intuition. And then above that is the divine source of all. So the idea of the middle pillar path is to stay balanced from the pillar of material, which is your mental body, your sense of severity, and your the dark goddess of divine formation. And then the right pillar, which is your emotional body, your sense of mercy, and your light energy, which is spirituality, essentially. So the idea, while you're on this journey of the middle pillar path, is to focus in on the Tree of Life and see how balanced you're becoming. If you find yourself in between two spheres on the left side, then you're leaning really far over to the material aspect and perception of this existence. And then if you find that you're over here on the right side, you know, in between two spheres, and this could be damaging as well, because if you lean too far into spirituality, you can lose your sense of the material world, causing you trouble in life. You lean too far towards the material, you lose your sense of spirituality, which causes you trouble with your inner self, right? So the idea is to be balanced. And that really is the whole point and focus of the middle pillar path, is to be balanced in between these two pillars. To always go within first. So that way you can make a good judgment for on the outside, or make a good decision for on the outside. And I believe that if anyone ever reached true cosmic enlightenment, that they probably wouldn't tell you anyway. But on this journey, you'll find that this process is a cycle. And that's the whole reason for the cover photo of the snake eating its own tail. See, we're all doing that in a sense. Whether we're leaned really far to the pillar of material on the left, and we work many hours just to buy things, and there's a piece inside of us that feels unfulfilled, that is the snake eating its own tail. You know, you can get caught in a rhythm or a cycle of, I need more to satisfy this lack. Now, the same can apply if you're choosing to introduce this path of higher spirituality into your life. You start to learn esoteric knowledge and start to look into the Hermetics, so that way you can, you know, become a practitioner. And then you have a snake that's eating its own tail, but it's also filling you up inside. So take, for instance, you have a single point, right? We all start at this point. Now let's say we learn something. Alright, now that point becomes a circle. Now let's say that we learn something else. Okay, now that point has become a larger circle. Right? Now let's say that, and this pattern here represents your spirituality and your growth. Now let's say we do something that is not good. Oh, it gets a little smaller, right? And this is the idea of when you might hear someone say spiraling or spiraling out. It's just exponential spiritual growth. And that's the entire idea of this middle pillar path, is to try to experience exponential spiritual growth. And it gives you a little bit of structure. You know, it's really hard to grow spiritually when we don't know exactly what it is that we're looking for or what we're doing. So all of these things that we've discussed are, you know, to help try and give you a little bit of a clearer picture about the journey that you're on. And like I've said before, it's not like I know everything there is to know about spirituality. And I've made my mistakes in life, for sure. But I think I would have made less mistakes if I would have found or been given a hint about what it is that I was looking for in life. And I just kind of wanted to create a channel of videos that can be that for someone else. And I really hope that you enjoyed this series on the middle pillar path and what the idea of it means to me. You may find other videos and take from what they offer, you know. And if something sounds more in tune with the notion of higher self and this divine connection, then take it. Take it. You should. It's about learning. It's about growth. And, you know, I just really hope that you've enjoyed this series. And I want to thank you for sticking through them all. Doing these videos is new to me, and I'm giving it a go. And I really hope that you've enjoyed them. So, I wish you the best on your journey on the Middle Pillar Path. And, you know, just always hold on to that sense of divine connection and looking at things with compassion. Try to make the world a better place. All right. Well, thank you for your time, and have a good one until next video. Oh, real quick, I did start a playlist within this channel for Tree of Life tarot readings. So if tarot is something that you might be interested in, I've grown very fond of it over the past year or so. Go ahead and check those out. And it has a lot to do with, you know, the videos that you've seen already here. So if it helps you grow, check it out. And if any of these videos you find useful, you know, please share them. So that way we can all help towards pitching into this collective consciousness and opening new avenues of understanding and perception for other people. All right, have a good one, and thanks. See you next time.